Okay, now close up on this.
I take it all back. What the fuck was that inchworm coming out of
Could
your
you hear
mouth?
it? You could hear it in the
Dude,
mic.
I can see it was
too.
like a sea cucumber having a fucking underwater bubble fart.
That's just my tongue.
We should just show that again. What is it?
Slow-mo it up.
Oh, God. It's a brave new world. It looks like Aladdin's carpet flying through space, except it's made of meat.
Yeah, I've gotten that a lot.
God, that looks like oh, come on.
You're riding down the Harland Highway.
All right, hold tight on the Harland Highway Show.
Harland Williams.
Ready?
Yeah.
You sure? Doesn't look like you're ready. You're not texting me, are you?
Yeah.
But I'm right here.
I know. I'm just really uncomfortable with eye contact.
So do you want me to text you the questions?
Yeah, text me back.
God, freakaholic.
Do you ever text someone and you see them holding their phone because as a joke, and then they don't text you back, and you see them ignore it in real time?
No.
Me
You
too.
do, though. You already admitted it. All right, ready?
Yeah.
Oh, here we are. Are you going to play air drums? We're like the Partridge Family. Oh my God. Here we are, folks. We're on the Harland Highway podcast. And special super duper guest, comedian, actress, TV personality, Jade and Catta-Preta. How do I? Catamaran, Catwoman, Jade Catwoman, Jade Coconut Cream Pie. How do I say your name? Damn it.
My close friends call me Jade Catta-Pretzels, but
Wow,
Jade Chris,
sexy. Yeah.
But Jade Catta-Preta is the way you say it.
Catta-Preta. But there's a dash in the
hyphen,
middle, right?
yeah. The
Is
hyphen
it a hyphen or
yeah,
a dash?
I think those are the same things.
They are?
Hyphen's just like a fancy. It's like saying aunt instead of saying aunt.
Yeah.
You know, people really freak out when I go hyphen, and then I have to go dash if they don't know it.
You should just say it's Jade Catta-Preta.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Because you know how William H. Macy says William H. Macy? Mm-hmm, no one in Hollywood says the dash.
That's so true. I guess
you'll be so hip.
this is good Hollywood,
right?
Like banter stuff. I need to know this stuff. When
no
I get
one
into
would
the room,
ever forget your name. Like
Jade dash Catta dash. Wait, I put too many dashes in there. That's my Venmo though.
Yeah, now you're a phone number. Yeah. What? Do it just the one dash.
Jade Catta-Preta. I don't know. It doesn't really have a ring when I feel like you have to announce me everywhere
Jade
I go.
Catta-Preta.
See, and everyone wants to say Jada too because it rhymes with the Catta.
Oh yeah.
But it's not.
It also sounds like a sexy like brand of sailboat. Like have you heard of a catamaran?
Of course.
When I hear your name, I picture you just like drifting off into a sunset on a sparkling Mediterranean Sea.
That's what my parents wanted. That's exactly what they wanted. That's why they named me that.
They just
One
wanted
day,
you gone.
gone on a boat by myself, just hair flying in the wind.
Oh God! Well, you are the welcome to the Harland Highway podcast.
I'm happy to get on the road, baby.
Yeah. Do you know you're the first female comedian on the show?
I get that a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's exciting.
Isn't that wild?
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I mean,
Yeah.
there's going to be so many after me, so I really have to like set the bar high. You know what I mean?
You'll be fine. You'll be fine. Because you're the wild child. Like right out of the gate, I think what we have to do, we have to establish. Because to me, you're the wild one. You're the wild dash one.
You're the wild one.
And so what I want to do, we can do this back and forth.
All right.
I want to tell you what a night after. Oh my God!
I'm so sorry. It's my dad.
It's your dad. Doesn't he think you're out to sea?
He can feel that I'm on the road again.
You're too close. I want to do a thing because you're the wild one.
Okay.
And you can do it to me after I do it too. But I want to describe what it looks like when I wake up in the morning at a Motel 6 or a Red Roof Inn with you. What do you look like? What does the room look like? And then you can do it to me if you want to.
Okay, go for it.
But because Jade's one of the wildest girls I know. She's out of control wild. Like, if you ever look at that little children's book, Where the Wild Things Are, she's one of the creatures on that island.
I had to sit for those photos forever while they were sketching.
So here's what I picture. I'm going to say Red Roof Inn in Bakersfield. I wake
Love
up in
that
the
spot.
morning, okay? You're on the shitty Red Roof Inn bed.
Okay.
Okay, caramel corn in your hair. Okay. Snorkel flippers on your feet.
Oh, hate when I don't take those off before I go
Right?
to bed. Yeah.
Your leopard print thong stretched over the lampshade.
Oh, yeah. We got to get it.
Right.
Mood lighting. Mood lighting.
Right? Then somehow from under the blankets, I don't know where the end of the cord is. It could be in you, it could not be in you, but there's a cord coming out from under the blankets attached to an electric carving knife, and the carving knife is halfway through a glazed ham on the floor. Okay?
Because we started it the night
I
before, but
don't
we
know.
couldn't. Okay.
I don't know.
Okay, we don't know.
This is just a night with you.
Okay.
Then in the bathroom, on the mirror, with Kat Von D's Sephora Midnight Star Splash lipstick,
Wow, so specific.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sponsor?
red rum,
Oh,
right across the mirror.
I do that.
And then on the ceiling, a finger-painted mural in butterscotch sauce of David Lee Roth doing the splits from the Jump rock video.
Wow.
And then some green stuff on the pillow slip. I don't know what
Green
it is.
stuff.
Like
What
pea
shade of
soup.
green?
I don't know. It's
Oh,
pea,
pea
soup,
soup?
or
Uh-huh.
some of that slime from Nickelodeon.
Oh, yeah. Bright green. Yeah.
So this is how the room looks after a night with you at the Red Roof Inn.
I hate
in
when I sleep with
Bakersfield.
plugs inside my butt.
Is that where it is? I thought
Yeah.
it might be in your
Yeah.
butt.
It's my most powerful hole, so I thought,
Wow.
yeah, I still have a lot of control, you know?
Your butt's so powerful you can run an electric carving knife with
Yeah, you could sharpen a pencil right up. You put it in there. Remember those electric sharpeners?
Oh yeah.
That was me.
Would people ever sharpen pencils in your butt?
Yeah, all the time. Yeah.
Wow, have you ever had lead poisoning?
Yeah. That's
Looks like it.
yeah.
Wow.
It's tough when it goes through your butt.
Wow. You probably have a bunch of shavings, like wooden shavings up inside you.
No, I blow them right out. I keep it in. I blow them right out, and
Wow.
yeah, but you got to be careful because sometimes the pencils get really sharp.
Yeah.
But what a crazy night, fun night. in
That's a fun night.
Bakersfield.
Now, if you want to, you can retort and tell me what a night looks like when you wake up
think
with me in a room somewhere.
It's pretty exciting. We're in
Okay.
Germany, right?
Whoa.
We just woke up. We're at a weird, like, boutique kind of hotel, right?
What's it called? Because German hotels always have the funkiest name.
Nay.
Nay?
It's the only German thing I could think of. Can you think of a
Nay.
single German word?
Like Strudelfrasen or something? But
You know the place. That's the place.
the
Yeah, yeah.
Strudelfrasen
The Strudel-
down on the Rhine River?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, by that tiny whorehouse we love because they have the
Yeah.
great coffee.
Yeah.
And we wake up and there's one of those heart-shaped tubs. You're passed out in the tub.
I'm in the tub.
No water. Baked beans,
No,
though.
baked
Full of baked
beans.
beans. It reeks in the room, but it's
Wow.
fun.
What's
you
it
know?
smell like?
It smells like Mexican food, which is crazy because you cannot get good Mexican food in Germany.
Yeah,
So I think we
yeah.
must have flown it there the night before.
Wow.
You're
Exotic.
naked, but you've got nipple clamps on.
Whoa.
The kind that keeps your chips rolled up. You know, they're not too aggressive, just enough to keep the flavor in.
Okay.
And you're wearing a Dolly Parton wig. We don't know why. There's no beans on it somehow. It survived the bean.
Perfectly
the bean
clean.
cartilage. Yeah.
Wow.
For some reason, you also have fake nails on. I guess the night before I had given you
Like
a manicure, like really big ones.
Lee press-ons?
No, like really well done.
Wow.
Yeah, they're long.
French manicure or regular?
No, there's a design. I look really close up, and I'm like,
Whoa.
what's that design? Tiny little pineapples. I thought, wow, really on brand.
Oh,
Really on brand.
hello.
Yeah. The room is in disarray.
Yeah.
We filled it. There's water up to our knees. It's
Whoa,
crazy.
Titanic sex.
Dolphin's there.
There's a dolphin.
Not just any dolphin. That dolphin that really communicates with humans. That's really
Yeah.
good. And I'm mad at the dolphin because there's water everywhere. You know what I mean? I don't want a wet room.
What condition is its blowhole in?
The blowhole's intact, but
Bleeding?
the memories cannot be retained from that dolphin.
Oh, and they say they're the second most intelligent creatures.
To what? Humans?
Yeah.
I disagree. I feel like
Yeah.
monkeys are smarter.
Yeah, you're right.
Have you ever seen a dolphin vagina?
Not since the 70s.
But like, they had bushes.
They had bushes back then. They were hairy, yeah.
It looks so much like a real
Really?
human vagina. Yeah.
When did you see that?
Put up a photo. Leave the comments below. Do you like, dislike? Want to get into one?
Wow.
That's for YouTube.
Yeah.
But yeah, they look really so much like a human vagina. It's so wild, like a pink one.
Wow.
Yeah.
So does that have something to do with why the dolphin was in the room?
You know, we don't remember how the dolphin got in the room, but I think it's because we flew it in because we just wanted to have a good time. You know what I mean?
Right.
And we heard that she's really good at karaoke, and we love karaoke.
Wow.
So we brought her in. Wow. We have Celebrity Rehab. It's playing on TV.
What is it?
Celebrity Rehab.
Oh, Celebrity
We
Rehab.
love Celebrity Rehab. Dr. Drew. Yeah.
Dr.
We're watching
Drew.
that. We fell asleep watching that, and then the maid knocks on the door, and she goes, all the water splashes out. The dolphin's freaking out. I have to put it in the baked bean tub just to make it survive.
What if it gets baked bean juice on its dolphin vagina?
You can never go back after that. You really are a changed dolphin after you get beans on your dolphin.
Probably looks like lumber camp food.
What, the beans or the
like the baked beans submersed in a dolphin vagina looks like something lumberjacks would sit down and eat.
Yeah, it's a hearty dinner.
Yeah, just the pink and the brown.
Oh,
and
look at that. An Australian guy. Oh, it's hearty dinner.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, fucking muff down on that, eh?
Oh, I love
Oh,
that.
that's some fucking hearty vagina there, eh? Oh, look, that's it's a fucking mammal that lives in the water, but it's an air breather.
I could never, ever, ever see myself in this situation, but here I am, you know?
Wow.
Yeah, so it was a pretty crazy night.
Wow. I think both our stories, our tales of woe are not woe, but tales of blow, maybe.
It feels like we got into some weird drugs.
Wow.
But you got to be careful nowadays with these drugs because they kill you.
Yeah, that's right.
I don't want to do drugs to die.
People are dying. Yeah.
People are dying.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just stick to good old mushrooms or other drugs that aren't white powder.
Is that what you're doing? Are you cramming the shrooms?
I like to microdose, just take a tiny bit, but only before I drive.
No way.
Yeah.
Do you do it every day?
No, I do microdose. I am not doing it right now, but I did do it for a whole month.
What? How did it make you feel?
Less depressed.
But, I mean, did it take its toll, like, after doing it?
No, you don't feel it like that. It's not that big of a change. You just kind of feel like a little bit lighter in a mood.
So let's say you're you, and we're starting at a 0, and then you take a microdose, which is what? Is a pill or a stem?
It's like a tiny, literally this much of a mushroom.
Okay, so you're taking the physical mushroom.
Yeah, and I'm going, because the more you bite, the more effective it is, you know?
Oh, really?
Yeah, because it breaks it down so you can digest it faster.
So now you're popping from a 0 up to a what? Like in terms of
in like
your
happiness?
mood? Yeah.
I'd say it's really only like a half a point or a point, but I'll take it. You know what I mean? It's like when you get a call back. Oh, it's not a job yet, but that's a little, maybe I'm going to eat in the right direction.
Kick,
a little kick of adrenaline. Or like one of your videos gets 1 million views. Ooh.
Oh.
It's mostly guys who hate it, but you got the views.
But what happens after that month of taking it? Does the little kick, do you need a little more to find that?
I think your body starts to normalize and get used to and starts to create its own, adrenaline and its own oxytocin.
Oxnard.
Oh, I'll be there this weekend. Check it out.
The weirdest segue plug ever.
I'm glad we got all the lines out until we got to that, which is really what we needed to get to.
That's all we were trying to do.
That's all we were trying to do.
Her comedy show at the Oxnard.
Levity Live.
Levity Live. What a roundabout way.
Is that the least favorite part, that you have selling tickets, or do you just automatically sell tickets because you're a celebrity?
It's both for everybody.
It is?
Well, if you're like the top guy, like you're in Louis C.K. Country or Bill Burr, I think you just say anything and it's sold out. But for everyone else, like there's that top 1% that's just on the hot sheet and they can just sell anything anywhere.
I know.
And then everyone else, it's a fight. It's 50-50,
so
it's 70-30. It
stresses me out. I feel like I'm trying to sell myself all the time. I don't get to have any fun.
But you can't stress out because it's beyond your control. You could put up billboards, and if only 12 people show up, what else can you do? If you put nothing up and 50 people show up, it's tough.
It's my mentality that I have to change.
Yeah, you can't let it get in your head because you can only do your best, do what you can, and whoever shows. And you just have to keep building it and hope for the best.
Build it and it will come. It's like one of those quotes.
If you build it, they will come.
But then once they get there, you're going to really work harder for them to come. They can't just show up and come. What's making them come?
Go the distance.
Mm-hmm.
Come.
Wait, but come where? Am I coming? Am I going somewhere?
Come all over the place.
Okay. But will there be people there? That's my question. I'm not just going to come if there's no audience.
If it helps you come, they will come. God. Everything's just going the wrong way.
Someone's riding in their car listening to us going, life's not worth living anymore.
I want to get on that boat and sail away. So back to our crazy night and you being the wild one. Part of this comes from, and everyone can look at your Instagram. Look at Jade's Instagram.
Do it.
And this thing fascinated me because you had the cojones to put it up there. Right at the beginning, it says, I'm Jade, I'm a perv, and I love it, right?
Yeah.
What does that mean? Tell me.
I just like perverted things, whether it be like
what?
Sexual or like funny and weird and absurd. Like, I'm just pervy. Like, I just want to watch people do weird stuff without them seeing me.
Really?
Yeah, remember that Seinfeld episode where that girl was naked all the time?
No.
Well, he dated this girl who was naked all the time and he thought it was the best. But then he would see her do weird stuff like opening a jar of pickles when you're naked and it's not as hot because you're like, or like brushing your hair. And I like those little weird, vulnerable moments.
Really?
And I feel pervy for liking them, but I like them. I don't know. I like when people aren't noticing that you're watching them, but you're watching them. That's why I love reality TV.
What would you say is the perviest thing you've ever seen? Like, as you said, observing people watching, whether they knew you were watching or they didn't know you were watching.
Oh, interesting. I mean, I love anytime I check into a hotel, immediately I look out and I'm like, what can I see from here?
Really? But what have you seen that was like super...
I went to a sex party once.
Whoa, what was that like?
It was at a hotel in West Hollywood.
Yeah.
Do you guys want the address? No, it was at a hotel. And I went with my castmates from a show that we just had a rap party. We showed up.
Yeah. And
it was these 2 suites. And it was just like a bunch of people having sex. And then this just black guy with this huge dick walking around stretching.
Stretching what?
Like his legs and stuff. Like he was ready to get in there.
Whoa.
You can't really stretch. That's the only thing. He was like, stretching. I'm like, he's about to jump in.
Wait, and people just randomly having sex all
around? Yeah, there's a big bed and people are having sex there. And then there's like a bathroom and some people were having sex there.
How many people are we talking?
The whole party was maybe 20 people. But that's a small one. They have like big ones that it's like 100 people.
So the question has to be asked. I'm doubting you just walked away without joining in.
I made out with one girl.
A girl?
A girl. Yeah, I made out with one girl. I have a whole story. It continues to be a crazy thing, but yeah, that's the perviest thing I've seen. I like just watching. It wasn't like a turn on thing. I wasn't like, yeah, fuck yeah. It was just like, what? Like, how are they, what?
It just sort of fascinated you?
Yeah, I'm fascinated because it's like, we don't really get a rush beyond stand-up, right? Stand-up's this huge rush, but I think we become kind of numbed out to the amount of adrenaline we get. And so I'm constantly looking for things that are like intriguing and adrenaline building. Like I love scuba diving, like stuff like that.
Really?
Where I'm like, because, I always want to have control, right? That's why I do stand-up.
Right, okay, that's interesting.
Otherwise, I feel completely out of control.
You couldn't control that.
No, you can't. You suck hard. And so I don't know. I like feeling like a little out of control.
But to the point where your life's in danger, because some people like to do like cliff jumping and jumping off into the ocean.
I don't want to be dumb. I don't want to be like, well, idiot.
So you don't get an adrenaline rush from like putting your life on the line.
I can't die before I have a second season of a show.
Yeah,
that
smart.
would be crazy. You know what I mean?
But so you said you made out with a girl.
Yeah.
What's the story with girls? I think every girl I've ever met or dated, maybe not everyone, but I'd say about 80%, if somewhere along the relationship it comes up, so have you ever made out with a girl? Almost every girl goes, yeah, I've made out with a girl.
Yeah, because girls are soft and they don't smell bad. I mean, most of them.
But is it something every girl wants to do?
I think so. I think everybody's on a little bit of a gay spectrum, but whether they like to admit it or not.
The girls,
and a gender too. Yeah, men too. I think men too.
Really?
Yeah, I see the way you look at Court sometimes.
Court's our buddy. He's like the most attractive.
He's the hottest person ever.
He's so handsome. All the girls and guys love Court.
Everybody
Court
wants to fuck him.
McCowan.
Yeah, Court McCowan.
You got a thing for him.
And you know what's funny? He's so hot, but then he's got the he's got this
got
like
the
gross
goofy
laugh.
laugh?
I always make fun of him because when he's on stage, he laughs and then it makes me laugh like that. So it's it's
War of the Goofies.
war of the goof laughs.
But see, I don't find in my experience that a lot of men that I know have the urge to kiss other men.
Women are smarter.
But what is it about women that is it you just are curious? Is it a gay thing? Is it just for fun?
I think it's all of it. And I don't think there's the same like societal, like, what? I'm not gay. Like that thing where we feel like a little freer with our sexuality, where we don't mind being labeled something if we kiss a girl versus men that there's a little bit of a, social kind of like.
So in your mind, it's just, hey, I kiss a girl, make out with her. And
I don't care if
gone.
what your gender is. I'm pansexual. I'm like, I like people for people. So like, whatever you are, we'll make it work.
Wow.
Yeah.
Would you ever consider being Peter Pan sexual and I put Peter Pan peanut butter all over your face and
That's
we
what
make
it
out? Is that doable?
I guess there are some things I don't want to do, and I
so
just found
much-
out.
well.
I just don't really like stuff on my face.
Well,
much
for the perv thing.
Well, we could do other weird stuff. I just don't like stuff on my face.
What's the weirdest thing you've always wanted to do but have never
Peg a
done?
guy.
Peg a guy?
Yeah.
I didn't even know
Should we
what
try?
that term was until about a year ago.
Yeah, I've never pegged a guy, and I don't know
So-
that I could do it. I would never do it with my boyfriend because like I respect him, but I just want to do it to some little slut.
To kind of just disrespect them and use
A little
them.
bit, just to feel what it's like.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't even want to. Can you tell the folks what pegging is? I don't even want to say
course I
it.
can.
Oh, yeah, of
Hey,
course
guys.
you can. Hold on.
Pegging. Verb or adjective?
How about just horrible?
It's when a girl fucks a dude in the butt.
How?
With a strap on. Or if she has a dick. Because nowadays it's like, you don't even know who has what. And it's so
That's
exciting.
true.
I'm into this weird porn. I talked about it the other day on Dr. Drew. Jock pussy. Where it's females that are now male.
Say it again.
A woman used to be a woman. And
What'd you call it?
It's called jock pussy.
Isn't that a French race car driver?
Jock
Poussin?
pussy.
Holy crap.
Yeah, it's called jock
I
pussy.
want to see that guy
And
get
it's
to the
dudes,
finish line.
It's dudes that still have vaginas. They've transitioned from women to men, but not all the way, so they still have their vaginas.
Hold on. I need to slow, because this gets so confused. So it's a guy who's a guy.
Who used to be a girl.
Okay, so then let's back up.
Yeah.
It's a girl.
It's a girl, originally, born female, okay?
So she got a wiener put on.
No. No wiener was put on.
So she
took testosterone
Okay.
and became male.
Wait, you take a pill and you grow a wiener?
No wiener was grown.
Well, then how does she become a male?
All male, like she has no boobs, she has hair everywhere, she's all hairy, short hair, beard.
Where do the boobs go?
They shrink out when you take testosterone.
Wait, you're telling me the boobs flatten right down?
Yeah, and some people remove them.
But what happens in the wiener
It's called
zone?
top surgery.
What?
Their clit becomes like a tiny penis.
Yeah, don't even ever say
Like a
that
tiny
again.
one, like a
Don't.
tiny one.
Oh, God.
And I
Hold
love
on,
it.
hold
I
on.
love it. Then they'll be like, getting their vagina eaten out, and they're like a bro. So they're like,
on.
oh yeah, bro. Oh, that feels good. Eat my pussy out. That feels so good, dude.
Stop. Please stop. Go to Oxnard. Wait, I don't even want to say this.
You asked me this.
I know. I don't want to say it again, but their clit becomes a wiener?
It becomes like larger. Yeah. It becomes,
Like how large? Are we talking
No,
a
tiny,
lake trout or are we talking like a guppy?
we're talking like a little
chick?
like a little fat chick.
Well, that's not much bigger than a regular.
No, it's
clit.
not. It just becomes like almost like, engorged.
Engorged
Is
means
that the right
something
word?
eating.
No, what does it mean when they
becomes
become
big.
like big?
That's stupid. I don't know.
Yeah, they get fat.
So wait.
Pretty hot and tempting.
So the concept is that the clit gets bigger. And
I'm just going to show you.
And then are they using the clit as a
No, they're just
wiener?
using it as a vagina. Like they're basically a girl from the waist down.
so confused.
I know. I'm going to send it to you. Just so
You
you
can
have it in
show
your
me a
inbox.
picture if you want. I'm so scared to look at this.
Why are you scared? See, why
it seems like a mashup. Have you heard that term, mashup?
Yeah,
Like it's going to be like a peen-gina
I love that.
or a vainus.
Everybody,
Everybody
makes fun of me because I still look at Pornhub, and everybody's like, Pornhub? That's not that good.
I'm worried I'm going to see something that I can never forget.
Maybe I should. I'm changing.
I have a feeling it's going to. You ever see the Cyclops in the Sinbad movies? I feel like I'm going to see the Cyclops after he's been in a bar fight and his eye is all runny and
You're not actually
leaking.
I feel like if
veiny.
you saw this, you'd be like, "That's hot," but why are those girls' legs so hairy?
All right, I'm actually going to have to put my glasses on.
Okay, I have.
This is going to be one of my biggest life regrets.
No way.
What's it called? What I'm about to look at?
Jock pussy. I told you already.
Oh yeah, Jacques Pousset, the winner of the third Le Mans race
My
car
internet's
driving. Please show me a Jacques Pousset.
Okay, it's taken forever. This internet. Okay, hold on.
Oh,
Here we
God,
go. We're at
thank
Pornhub.
God. That's a sign. Oh God.
We talked about this. We can move on. We can move on.
I think we have to kind of follow through with this.
Okay, now I'm going to look it up. I never because so much of porn is like visual stimulation, right?
Have you ever been tricked? Like you thought you were going out with a guy or a girl and it was the other thing?
No, but once before I was like really comfortable with this stuff, I went on a date with a woman in San Francisco, and when she showed up, she had like a full beard. Like she was transitioning into male.
You went on a date at the circus?
It wasn't. You can't say stuff like that anymore, Harland.
Well, isn't that where the bearded woman lives?
You're gonna die. This is it.
Oh God.
Okay.
Do I need an air sick? Hang on. Give me.
Okay, take a sip. Ugh. Okay,
Let me see the jocks. What's it called?
Jacques Pousset. Look at the redhead runner here. See how it's two dudes.
Oh my God. Hang on.
I don't know why I'm into it. I think it's just because it's so weird.
It's not weird. It's like it looked like. I don't want to.
Hey guys, do you like Jacques Pussy? Comment below.
I feel like if a boat capsized, 40 miles off the coast of Bermuda, and a bunch of bodies were semi-decomposed and mutilated by a giant sunfish or something, and they washed up on the beach, all intertwined, and seaweed all over them, and maybe little crabs. That's what it looks like.
That's what my vagina looks like. I thought you were talking about my vagina the whole time.
Whoa. Mm-hmm. Is yours a weird shape or a weird color?
No, it's perfect.
What do you mean?
It's just perfect.
How?
I look at it all the time and I go, you did good.
How do you look at it though?
In front of a mirror.
But at what? Did you contort yourself or you
No, you just sit in
there?
front of it. Not just sitting in front. The front face is nothing. You got to get in there. You got to get in.
What makes it so perfect?
It's just all the parts fit. It's not too meaty. It's good.
Oh, you're talking about the...
Yeah, it's so tight. It's so tight. Not as tight as my butthole, but so tight. And it's just, it's just warm and inviting.
Sounds like...
and she's funny,
like
too.
Like the Lorax. Almost
Yeah.
like the Lorax. Mm-hmm. Fuzzy and sweet.
Yeah. And then people come and cut down all the trees and use them for sweaters. And then everybody moved out. So
Your pussy's like a Dr. Seuss character. Should we give it a name?
Yeah.
What would be
I like the Lorax. That's kind of funny.
What would be an original Dr. Seuss names for your vajayjay?
Well, I do have a name for my vagina already.
What is it?
Do you watch What We Do in the Shadows?
What, the vampire movie?
Yeah.
I've seen the movie.
Oh, yeah. So there's an energy draining vampire, and his name is Colin Farrell. Colin. Oh my God, what's his name? It's Colin something. But anyway, that's the name of my vagina, Colin.
But what would be a Dr. Seuss name for it?
I'm trying to think of Dr. Seuss names.
Sounds like a Dr. Seuss type of thing between your legs.
The Who?
That's a band.
No, the Who's. Remember like those Whoville?
Oh, the Who's from Whoville.
Yeah.
With the little kind of pointy noses.
I feel like like my dog, Cheryl, my vagina would have a name like that, like Linda.
Huh.
Linda or Monica.
Really simple.
Yeah, they're easy to get along with, but then they're a freak in the sheets. You know what I mean? Never met a Monica who didn't choke. You know?
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, you have a sexuality about you. You're a spunky little wild one, as I said right out of the gate. And I want to tell the gang a story. Jade and I went to Beirut, of all places.
Oh, that we did.
And we did stand-up comedy in Beirut.
It was so cool.
We had such a fun time. And by the way, can I just tell you, Jade and I, we were in this area with a few other comics, Jamie Kennedy from the Scream movies and a few others. And we were in this area down by the water in the middle of the city where we were doing stand-up. I think we did about 4 or 5 nights there. It was a really cool, weird experience.
Amazing experience.
And then cut to 9 months later, do you remember half the city blew up?
Yeah.
And that was right where we were doing our stand-up.
The guy that we met who took us out on that yacht, his house got blown up.
Okay. El Baldo?
Yeah.
So here's what happened. So the area where we were doing our show completely
gone.
Not just an explosion, like Hiroshima bomb. Like
all of it's
someone
gone.
had been storing thousands of tons of explosives in a warehouse down at the docks.
Oh, I didn't know that that's how they did it.
I
They've
think
been
that's what
planning it
happened.
for a long time.
No, I think it was an accident. But these idiots were storing ordnance in warehouses down by the dock, thinking, oh, we'll just store them in the rickety, saltwater, stinky warehouse. And it literally leveled a whole portion of the city right where we had been doing our shows 9 months earlier.
Meanwhile, they're like, we hate women. It's like, well, you got other stuff you got to pay attention
Holy
to.
God. So anyways, we're doing this show in Beirut, and the people that sponsored us over there, one of the girls knew some of the local people, including a local pretty prominent politician. This bald guy, young bald guy.
Yeah.
So she pulled some strings, and he took us out on his private yacht.
That's not how it happened.
Oh.
Do you not know how it actually
I
happened?
thought she knew him.
She knew him, but
Okay.
he wanted to take me out on a date
Oh, okay.
on his yacht.
Oh, just you.
Yeah, but I was uncomfortable going by myself.
Oh, so you wrangled all of us.
So I said, we should all go.
This is the thing. Jade's got this like kind of hot sexual energy.
Well, at the time I was very single and like,
Yeah.
and then remember how they asked us to make videos like, hey, come to the shows.
Yeah.
So mine was like, I learned how to say, I forget what I said. I said I was looking for a husband in Lebanese as a joke.
Wow.
I thought
You
it'd be
speak
funny.
Lebanese?
No, I don't. I looked it up.
Oh,
We
wow.
Samira helped me, everything. And then when I got to the hotel, there was flowers. People inviting me to their weddings.
Whoa.
It was cool. And then
Weird.
even after the show, you saw, it was weird.
Yeah, a lot of guys were just attracted to you.
But it was a bizarre thing because I usually don't, because female comics never get chuckle fuckers. You guys always get like girls.
That's a term, right? I
Yeah.
heard someone say that once.
Yeah.
Chuckle fuck.
But we don't get
Like
that.
rock stars get groupies.
Yeah.
I've heard that term. Comedians get chuckle fucks.
Yeah.
And
Chuckle
this
fuckers.
this term was said by a girl that I knew.
Yeah.
It wasn't said by another comic. I remember this girl. We were hanging out once
She's a chuckle
after a
fucker
show.
herself?
Well, she said to me, she goes, I don't mind hanging out, but I'm not going to be your chuckle fuck. I was like, what the hell are you talking about? Like, I was like totally offended. And I was like, it's like, I don't want to be with you if you've been with a whole bunch of comedians. Like, I'm just having a nice one-on-one
There's
moment with
definitely
you.
women like that.
The fact that she said that made me go, what the hell is she talking about? But anyway, so now we're out on El Baldo's boat.
Yeah.
And this is like a prominent, like Middle Eastern politician in a country that's been through a lot.
And
with
they're
Israel
currently
and-
it was currently during a election, like a super
Right.
important election, and there was
Right.
19 people running for office.
Yeah.
And like from all different parties. Like I didn't really understand
Yeah, it's
what
messy.
he did. Yeah.
Yeah, he was like the minister of something, but you knew if you had political clout in Beirut, you could get away with a lot. Like you were above the masses, right?
Oh yeah.
So here we are. I didn't know you were the reason we got out on this boat. So
I'm sure it was because Samira too, but I like
we
to think it
got
was
on
just
this
me.
beautiful like yacht, and they catered to it, and you're jumping around in your little thong bikini.
It was fun.
Like this guy's just eyeing you up and down. Like
I loved
he's
it. It was fun.
and then
And they're all swimming in the ocean with their t-shirts on.
yeah, we're just these like
Just
you know,
these 3 white dudes with
Yeah.
me on my date. Well, I'm trying to find a fucking husband.
yeah. And then this guy was all googly-eyed for you. We motor around on the Mediterranean
He only had
Sea.
lunch. He only had time because he had a meeting like right after.
He had to go to a political event. And then afterwards, he tried to get with you the rest of the weekend.
Yeah, it was fun.
But you never, you'd phone me every day.
No, we hooked up. We hooked up.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, but I wasn't about to raw dog a politician, so things.
What's that mean, raw dog?
Fuck without a condom. You've never heard that term?
Oh.
I feel like I'm educating on a lot.
You are. I thought
you're
that
very
was
isolated.
I thought that was a snowboard move. The raw dog.
What? That's when you ski with no skis?
No, you ski with no condom. No. What? Where does raw dog come from?
You're just raw dogging it. I think that's just a term I've always known.
Oh, so you wanted to hook up with him, but he didn't have any protection.
Correct.
So you wouldn't
do it.
Oh, wow.
A politician in a different country? Mm-hmm. Come on.
Wow.
Come on.
You'd think a politician would have condoms like all the time because he's probably a bad politician. A corrupt politician is using his power to get with whoever he can.
I'm like, don't you have an assistant? Go get one.
Yeah, you don't want to leave DNA or
But then he drove me to the airport.
Really?
Yeah, it was. I just was like, am I the first lady of Beirut now? Am I?
Do you still talk to him?
Every once in a while, like, we'll WhatsApp each other. We still follow each other on Instagram.
Slap each
What
other?
slap? Yeah, that was a crazy trip. You know that I'm the first female comic to ever perform stand-up comedy in Beirut.
Really?
Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
They hadn't had anybody until we did that show.
Yeah, and I remember a lot of men were just kind of mesmerized.
I was kind of scared.
Yeah, there was
first.
that one creepy guy with the beard. There was a guy that came every night and was really intense. He's like, I'm an artist and I want to paint you. And it was really.
Oh, no, that guy was cool. No, you're mixing two people up.
Oh, jeez, I lose track.
There
of
was
all
a really
men.
nice guy who drew portraits of all of us.
Oh, yeah.
He was like a really sweet kid. And then
Yeah.
there was another creepy dude who showed up at all the shows.
Yeah, there was a kid who drew like caricatures of all.
Yeah. He was like I feel like he was like a cartoonist, and then he did voices too. He was like an actor.
Yeah, he hung around with us. But
the whole thing was so different than I thought. That's what tripped me out. Like, I thought it was going to be so much more third world country, but it just looked like Glendale Galleria. Honestly, that's what it looked like. Because we were going to all the nice places. So I was like,
I know.
It was so nice. And also, we got really good treatment.
We got
Comics
good
after us
treatment.
didn't get
They didn't?
the same kind of. No, we were like 5-star hotel.
Oh, yeah.
And it was off season,
gorgeous.
so it was empty, beautiful hotel. Just like
Yeah.
the one we were at.
Yeah, not the Red Roof Inn in Bakersfield, no. Or the Strudelflagen in Germany.
No dolphins involved. That trip was amazing. And it was like such a, I don't know, it's just such a crazy time for me. I went to Beirut, then I went to Brazil, then I went to Japan, like back to back. And it was cool. And that's when we met. We met actually in Turkey.
We met at the
At the
Turkish
layover.
airport. I'm standing in the airport, and this place is a huge airport in Istanbul. And all of a sudden, this little girl walks up to me and goes, "Hey, how you doing?" I'm like, "Who the hell is this?" I didn't realize it was you. We'd never met.
We had never met.
And then we just got along like gangbusters after that.
That restaurant was so cool. The lobster one where we got to pick all our seafood. That was so cool. You go into a room and there's all this seafood fresh. They pick it up.
Oh, right on the ocean.
Yeah.
We drove. It took about an hour and a half to get there. It
pretty.
was like an old castle. Gorgeous. But I want to go back to what you said about being the first female comedian in Beirut.
Isn't it crazy?
But I also know we had a conversation recently, and this kind of hurt me a little bit. You know, I didn't say anything about it, but we were driving around together. This was like a month ago.
I'm scared.
And you told me that you constantly get texts and social media blasts from people saying really mean things about you being a female comedian.
Oh, every day.
Like, tell me, can you even read some of those?
Oh,
like,
yeah. You want to see what my big, okay, so any video that gets over 1 million, I get probably 200, 300 comments that are bad.
negative?
Oh, yeah. Maybe one that's good.
Wait, just because your video's successful?
I think that's what it is, and I think it just evokes something in them that I think they feel out of control when they see a woman that is outspoken and saying sexual things, especially
You don't say sexual things.
This one's only got a few views. Okay, this one's got.
So these are negative comments
Random.
from people just because you're a female.
Or they hate my stand-up. I mean, it could be, it's a combination of both. It's not just because let's see when that has like a good amount of comments that are mean. Let's see. And I answer them, by the way. I'll sit. Oh, this is a big thing too. They'll put just a coffee mug as a reply. And that's like a universal thing for misogynists that they don't like women. The little cup. Because it's like when they're watching, they're just like sipping their coffee. Yeah. That's like, I didn't know what it was, but then I got an intern and she was like up with it.
Is it decaf or is it caffeinated? The coffee.
It's decaf. They don't even get a rush from it. It's so mean. Okay. Thanks to the audience, because I didn't know when to laugh. I get a lot of those. Like, that's a paid audience. She paid the audience. I'm going to try to get one with like a lot of comments so I can just read it.
These are people after a live stand-up show? Or is this from you posting clips of you doing stand-up?
Why do women keep trying to do stand-up? That's a good one. I'm trying to get one that's like a bunch in a row that are like all mean.
Wow.
Trying to create jokes about your insecurities. So sad to watch, like a balding male joking about his hair loss when everyone in the room feels so uncomfortable. Stop laughing at your own jokes, please. I'm just reading all the comments. There's not any. Oh, this one has 93 comments.
Wow.
Why is sex the only jokes women tell? Do women ever make jokes that don't revolve around sex? POV, you're not funny. She's still not funny, but she says this is just a bad clip though. What? How's anybody laughing at this? Let alone go see a woman for comedy.
Jesus.
Anyone know a funny comic who's a woman? LOL. I don't get it. Where's the funny at? Hitting on the audience? Find me a woman comedian who doesn't talk about sex, please. Where's the funny? How are people finding this funny? God, why is every woman comedian the exact same? Not funny at all, but thinks they are. For the love of God. Where is the joke? Waiting for the joke.
These are all coming one after the other?
Yeah, this video has 2 million views. If I wanted to see someone unfunny on stage, pretend to be a comedian with 0 jokes, I would buy a Brendan Schwab comedy show ticket.
Damn.
This comedy's weak. When does it get funny? Women aren't funny. Women aren't funny. Women, coffee cup.
Enough.
Yeah.
Enough. Now, I got to ask you, how does that make you feel, though? I mean, obviously, I know it doesn't make you feel good, but tell me what goes on inside of you.
It doesn't make me feel bad, but every once in a while, it catches me when I'm already feeling bad, and it doesn't make me feel better. Do you know what I mean? Like, not that I need to go online and go, oh, people like me. I can like myself now. But it's just exhausting because it feels like a bigger battle than just like trying to be funny.
Yeah.
It feels like I have to change everybody's minds about like I have to be the one representative for women. And it's like, why can't we just do the thing we're supposed, we want to do? So that part gets like kind of exhausting. And then it makes me get in my head about like, oh, that's why I'm not selling tickets, because they hate me because I'm a woman. And they hate my comedy, So it's hard. It's hard. That's the hardest part.
Cruel. That's cruel. But not naming any other female comedians, have you conversed with other women?
We all get it.
Everybody.
Oh, yeah.
All the girls.
Every single woman. And it's so funny because you go to guys' pages.
Yeah.
And they'll have like a shitty joke they posted. And instead of being like, this is horrible, all men suck, it's like, not that good, but keep on going, buddy. I know you can do it. It's like all encouraging, weirdly, because non-males are more encouraging and motherly. So like, if we see something that we don't like, we're never going to be like, fuck you, I want to rape you. We'll be like, hey, I get those, by the way. And,
what?
Oh, yeah. Wish you were dead, like stuff like that. Just every day, hundreds. I have an intern that her whole job is to just answer back to the comments.
I've never heard this before. Like, I assumed everybody got good and bad comments. I've never...
It's rare that I get a good
the lid
comment.
off this. It's rare you get a good comment.
Really rare. And oftentimes I think it's just them trying to get my attention.
Yeah.
Because they'll know I answer back because it helps the algorithm.
Right.
Because the video gets another view when they come back to see what I've said, right?
Oh, look at you using their own hatred against them.
That's what I'm doing.
Clever.
All I can do is gain from it, right? But it sucks, because I just want to like be liked and do what I do.
Yeah.
And it feels a little harder.
Can we both just look in our respective cameras and on the count of 3, just say, everybody, please stop?
Okay, ready?
1, 2, 3. Everybody please stop.
I feel like you were going to say just stop. And
please. Yeah, let's do it again.
Okay.
We'll just say, everybody please stop.
Okay, ready?
1, 2, 3.
Everybody please stop. Oh, you went with an American accent.
Oh, did you want me to do British?
Yeah.
Okay, 1, 2, 3.
Everybody
just
just
please stop.
Just stop.
Just quit.
Just quit it.
Fucking knock it
No
off.
more.
I'll fucking put you
Fuck
through
off.
a fucking wall,
I'm
you
sick of it.
fucking
You
wanker.
fucks, you wankers.
I'll fucking put your grandmother's face in a fucking pudding is what I'll do. You leave this fucking little lady alone or stuff your fucking head in an oven, fucking puff it up like a beef Wellington and eat it with my fucking grandfather's fucking rotten teeth, you fucking wanker.
Yeah, well, he said. Yeah.
I think we're through the door.
I think we're getting somewhere.
I feel better.
Oh, you do?
I'm not
I feel
even
worse.
a woman. I should probably check if I have a dust stop? What's it called? A job stop? With Steve Jobs? What's that thing? The French guy? The
Jock Pussy.
Let me see if I have a jock. No, I'm still a man. Whew. Listen, let me tell you something, folks listening. And you know this, Jade. Half the battle of doing stand-up comedy, which is one of the hardest professions, one of the hardest art forms to even dare take on, is just getting up there and trying. Now, starting on amateur night, working your way up to doing 10 minutes, to 20 minutes, to half an hour, to being promoted, to getting an agent, to what Jade and any woman who's made it in the stand-up comedy industry, the hurdles and the climbing they've had to do, and the men as well, it's extremely difficult and hard. So for all you naysayers and all you people who are mean and cruel, let's see you get up there and do 2 minutes of what these people do every night. And then if you want to throw stones and shoot arrows, go for it. But please knock it off. It's just cruel.
It's crazy.
I honestly was not aware
It's
of
wild.
how mean that is.
It's non-stop too. And I try not to see it, but then you wake up and you see it and you're like, but it's fine. I want to know. I want to know some stuff about you.
It's not fine. Look, I got to do one more.
Okay.
I'm so fucking worked up. Look, not at the fuck off. If I see anyone writing anything about this fucking little lady here, I'm going to come over with a fucking straight razor, shave you clean, and send you off to the vicar's house, if you know what I mean.
Okay, now close up on this.
I take it all back. What the fuck was that inchworm coming out of
Could
your
you hear
mouth?
it? You could hear it in the
Dude,
mic.
I can see
too.
it was like a sea cucumber having a fucking underwater bubble fart.
That's just my tongue.
We should just show that again. What is it?
Slow-mo it up.
Oh, God. It's a brave new world. It looks like Aladdin's carpet flying through space, except it's made of meat.
Yeah, I've gotten that a lot.
God, that looks like oh, come on. That looks like a Jacques Lafleur or whatever. What was his name?
Jacques Pousset.
Do that last one. That's Jacques Pousset. That's what that thing looks like.
You know what this is?
That's what you
4 years in college.
Whatever you showed me on the phone like 20 minutes ago.
Yeah, that's what
called?
it looked like. Jock pussy.
To show it. Oh, God. It looks like someone stripped the meat out of a conch shell,
It's
threw
the
it
inside
into
of
a
a hot
ceiling
dog.
fan, and puked on a manatee.
It's like if you had one of those, what are these called?
Hands?
No.
Oh.
Imagine this. Like you put it down the steps and like a slinky.
slinky.
But a slinky made of hot dog meat.
Jesus,
Yeah.
Jade.
Yeah. That's me. That's what, anytime there's a description for that, they call me in.
I think I might have to just...
What? Are you going to clean your hands?
I got to text you and just write, please stop doing mouth comedy.
But that's all I got.
You're not good at it. It's startling. Stop the tongue comedy. There.
Okay, I have a real question for you.
Yeah.
What was your first audition you ever had?
My first audition...
Do you remember what it was for?
For a movie? Or
that's more fun,
a
right?
commercial. Actually, it was for my very first audition is the most bizarre story you've ever heard.
I knew it.
I don't know if you want to hear it.
Is it bad?
No, but it's bizarre.
Go for it.
It's a little bit long, but if you want to hear it, I'm up in Toronto.
I just wanted to.
Well, excuse me.
No.
What's your noise? You do the and wait, let's do it together as a team. I do the slurp and you do the noise.
Okay.
Ready?
Wow. I'll buy a Sprite.
All I can think of is get up. Let's make love tonight. Wake up, wake up. Because you do it right.
Those are the words?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was because you keep it tight.
Well, you do.
You know that song that's like na 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 Suffrage City.
Oh, yeah, David Bowie.
I always thought it was Chocolate Cake City.
Well, for fat people, it is. Mm-hmm. So my first audition.
Yeah.
Here I am in Toronto. I'm just starting to get into comedy. At night, I'm doing amateur nights. I'm working in an office job during the day. Believe it or not, working for the police, of all things. That's another whole story.
Do you have a little uniform?
I'm not going to go into it.
Come on, how tight
I had
was
to
it?
wear a blue police shirt, okay? You're taking me down these different roads. I had to wear an official a blue police shirt.
What's police?
The police.
Oh, police.
Police, yeah.
Okay.
What did you think I was saying?
Police.
Police.
Like
police.
without a O.
Oh, no, police.
Police. Yeah. Like a tight
For
little.
someone with a fucking sea cucumber tongue, you should be able to
I
enunciate.
feel like you're missing the word, the O in there. You just go
Well,
police.
well,
You don't give
maybe-
the O the respect that it deserves. Police.
Well, maybe I don't have a tongue that looks like a Komodo dragon's fucking gums.
Where do they think they get popo from? You can't do that with your word. Plu plu.
Jesus. So I'm working for the police. They give me a police issue blue shirt. I have a buddy who silk screens. He does shirts. So one day I'm out visiting. He goes, hey, I just cut a new silk screen. It's the scene where Jack Nicholson is sticking his face through the door in The Shining going, here's Johnny.
Yeah.
And I said, oh, dude, put it on the back of my shirt. It was the shirt I was wearing at the time.
Yeah.
He puts Jack Nicholson in The Shining on the back of my police shirt. Twice a day, I had to drive down to police headquarters to deliver mail to the police commissioner, the chief of police.
Wow.
I walk into his office twice a day. I walk in, and when I'm walking out, he sees Jack Nicholson in The Shining on the back of my police shirt. My boss gets a call before I get back to the office. He's almost fired because of that. So that's one story.
The whole thing.
So I'm working for the police, and there's a cute girl who works on the 9th floor. I live on the 12th floor, and I have to oversee the copy room and the mail and everything.
Yeah.
So this hot girl who's a model and an actress keeps coming up. We hit it off, right? She goes, hey, one day, why don't we call in sick and fly to Atlantic City and gamble and go to the casinos, and I'll dress up like Marilyn Monroe and you dress up like a movie star.
Was it Cindy Crawford?
Big fur coat. No, it was my friend Devin
Okay.
Green. And so we skip it. We call in sick. We go down to Atlantic City. It's a Tuesday. We're there. We get on this cheap airline called Worldways Airline, and they have a package where you go down. So we're there. We're gambling. We get tired of gambling quickly. We didn't know what we were doing, so we go to a little lounge. There's this empty lounge, and there's this guy named Sal Dupree, some kind of fat middle-aged guy with a beard singing, Muskrat Sally, Muskrat, he's doing all the cheesy hits, like, ooh, I left her in the rain. He's doing, it was like as cheesy and as campy as it can get, right?
Yeah.
We're sitting there clapping because we're in the entertainment industry. Like, give the guy some love. Afterwards, he comes over. He goes, hey, I'm Sal Dupree. I run an agency. I'm giving a lecture in a month. Why don't you come down? So cut to, we're up in Canada. It's snowing 4 feet deep. We drive all the way back down to like somewhere in, I think it was in West Virginia or something.
Oh, man.
In the snowstorm, in a car with a standard thing through the snow.
In your Marilyn Monroe outfit.
We got back into the getup.
Okay.
We get there. They go, yeah, it's $80. And we're like, but we're friends with Sal Dupree. And they're yeah, who cares? It's $80. So we ended up not going. We drove all the way down. We drove all the way back.
Oh, my God.
And then I get a call from Sal Dupree. He goes, hey, you're a comedian. You're a funny guy. They're doing a Mike Tyson commercial audition in New York. Can you get there and go for the audition for the Mike Tyson Pepsi commercial? And I go, I'm Canadian. Yeah, okay. So
Wait, did you want to act at all at this point?
at this
you wanted
point,
to do comedy?
Yeah, I was in stand-up, and I
Right.
thought, let's do movies, let's do TV, let's do it. So now I get a plane ticket to go down to Manhattan, and I'm thinking, while I'm there during the day, I've got a thing for 4 days. I took a bunch of my original artwork because I was illustrating children's books at the time, and I go,
What?
I'll go in,
Yeah.
I'll make appointments at all the toy companies and all the publishers, and I'll go knock on doors, and it's crazy.
Wow.
So now I go down, I go for this audition for the Mike Tyson commercial.
Yeah.
I go in, it's a cattle call. There's all these people. I go in, somehow I get it. They call back Sal Dupree's agency that I'm not even with. I just know this. I didn't even know how the agency thing worked. Sal Dupree goes, "You've got the part. It's a lot of money. It's a national Mike Tyson
Back then, too,
Pepsi
you could
commercial.
make money.
Oh, yeah. It was for hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Holy shit.
So I'm like, wow, okay. So I'm down there. I brought my art portfolio bag. I had nowhere to sleep. I'm walking around. I ended up going to the 24-hour theater in Times Square. This is when Times Square was still a sleaze pool. I'm sleeping in the theater. I'm waking up. I watched the same movie 8 times I think it was called Jack's Back with James Spader. It was a horror movie. A few times I woke up and literally saw a cockroach walking across the chair.
Oh.
So now we're getting into it, and they go, "Hey, when can you do this?" They go, "What's your social security number?" And I go, "I'm Canadian. I don't have a social security." And they go, "Oh my God, you don't have." So now Sal Dupree, I can't do the commercial because I'm a Canadian. So Sal Dupree's assistant says, "Let's get married." She goes,
Stop.
on the phone. She goes, "Let's get married so you can get your green card. You can do the commercial." And I'm like, okay, like
What? This is
It's insane. It's insane. And then, of course, I went back for the thing. I had to fill it. And they go, "Where's your social security?" I said, "I don't have one. I have a Canadian one." And I wrote my Canadian, social
Yeah.
And they said, "Well, you can't do it." And then they tried, and I had to go back home. I was sleeping in the bushes. I eventually found a nunnery where I was able to get a room at a convent.
Oh, my God.
And that was my very first. I didn't end up shooting the commercial, but that was the first acting audition that I got. And it fell through the cracks because I'm Canadian.
Wait, also, this woman was willing to marry you to get the commission? That's how much money it was.
I guess so. I didn't.
You never make that money anymore.
Yeah, back then, if you got a national commercial, and it was when Mike Tyson was at his peak.
Right.
It was
before
Pepsi.
he bit people.
Yeah, it was before he bit people, and it was crazy.
But right away, you knew that you had something because you took all those people out. It was a cattle call. There's probably, 40, 50 people at least.
Yeah, I couldn't.
You booked it.
And I was totally, I'm just sitting there going, I'd never been in a casting office. I was just totally naive, and it was so bizarre.
But that's so wild. And you just got this over. And then after that, you got with this agency, or you
No,
kind of
this
understood?
guy was a nut. I realized I couldn't do anything in the States until I went through the process
Of the visa.
So now I had to get the visa. I had to get an immigration lawyer. I had to get sponsored to come here by a legitimate American comedy management team. I had to go through all those steps.
But you married her. Come on out,
I know,
Lisa.
but the fact, it was just so weird. And I'd never been to New York. I'd never been to a city of that size, that
When
magnitude.
is this? 80s?
This was the early 80s.
Wow.
It was overwhelming. I was sleeping in bushes. I was
really scary.
I was sleeping in movie theaters. I was walking around in the streets. It's amazing because I was fearless. I went in the phone booths, and I took meetings with 3 or 4 toy companies. I remember walking this guy with my little thing. I was sitting down with the presidents of toy companies, book publishers. It was bizarre.
That's how I feel like I was when I first started.
You just go for it.
I just went for it. Yeah, now there's social media and everyone's so approachable. They're unapproachable in a way because they can be reached.
Yeah.
It's so hard to reach anyone that way. But I would just straight up call agencies and go can I just come drop off my I would drop off my headshots almost on a daily basis to agencies.
Good for you.
And it's just, I remember, and I would if I met someone, I would take their credit card, take their photo, and I had a little notebook. This is blah, blah,
Good
blah,
for
at
you.
blah, blah, blah. Yeah.
That's the fire you need.
It is. And I was very academic about it. And I think that's what people
Good.
miss about, they don't understand it's actually a business.
Yeah.
But I also feel very stuck constantly. Like I'm in this kind of, like I've gotten to a level where it's just so concentrated and there's so many great people.
Yeah.
And I don't know how to get out. I don't know what's next. I'm kind of in this kind of gearing up to figure out what's next kind of moment for myself.
As frustrating as that is, it's also part of the creative and business challenge. It's like a chess game.
It is.
And it's frustrating when you get stuck in certain places, but it's also really cool when you figure out how to maneuver past them and overcome them. Because
I'm trying, yeah.
You were like 2 years ago just became the host of Talk Soup. Out of nowhere, suddenly you got that gig.
It wasn't out of nowhere.
No, but I mean, like you didn't necessarily, were you pursuing it?
I was,
oh,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah,
Then it
I was
wasn't out of
pursuing.
nowhere.
Yeah, I was pursuing E pretty aggressively, trying to do a show with them. And then I shot a pilot that I did with Nick Cannon.
Yeah.
And then from that, they hired me for
Talk
the
Soup. Mm-hmm. And then now
Just the soup.
You're on to a new show now.
Yeah, I just did Hotties on Hulu. It's
Tell
exciting.
us what that's about and where they can see it.
It's a hybrid dating cooking competition where we feed them spicy stuff every 15 minutes. It's Hot Ones meets Next meets my stand-up. It's raunchy, it's funny, it's sexy, it's hot. It's on Hulu. It's out right now. I don't think we got a second season, but I'm very excited anyway. Wow. Because after the soup, I was like feeling very lost because I scrubbed my personality so intensely for that show to like fit the brand. Doing whatever they wanted me to do, obviously. And then I kind of lost myself. I didn't know how to like even put my hands or how to dress. It was just
Did
like,
you
this
regret
weird,
that? Like losing yourself?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they wanted all my butt stuff done out. They wanted all the weed stuff down because they were just scared of, they're based on advertisements.
Yeah, they're scared of blowback.
Yeah, and I wasn't enough of a name or sure of myself to be like, no, this is who I am. You hired me.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, play nice, second season, And then when I didn't get the second season and it was so abrupt, I was like, why did I do that? I could have at least like made it more my own. But I just didn't know how to.
That's part of the curve, man. I think every comedian, actor, creative person has that thing where they get these early gigs or they get those gigs and they're like, I've got to fit their mold. I've got to try and impress them. I've got to make them feel like I'm the person. But you just got to plow through and be your own person. And
I know it felt so good when Hotties came out. Like I was like, this is really me.
Yeah.
Like these jokes are all mine. Like it's me and this other comic just being funny and whatever made us laugh made it onto the show. And the experience was so cool. It made me feel so powerful. And then now not getting it picked up, I'm like, oh wow, it's more of a direct rejection because it's like it's the most me and they don't like it. And so that was hard.
That's okay, though, because you got to let it play out. Now it's on the air, and maybe someone else sees it and go, that's what we want. And you can't second guess yourself. You
can't,
you
but
look
it's
at
so
any
hard.
big celebrity, like Prince. Prince was Prince, and he wasn't trying to change anything. And Brad Pitt is Brad Pitt, and Angelina, like you just got to present what you are and stand by it, and know it's the best you can do is being yourself.
Who am I?
Yeah.
But it's hard because I was an actress for so long before I was a comic. So I was a bit of a chameleon,
Yeah.
And especially being an immigrant kid from Brazil to Virginia, I was really like constantly becoming who people wanted me to be versus like what I wanted to be. And I kind of don't even know. Now I'm like just figuring out who I am. Like saying I'm a perv or saying like, hey, I'm sexual and that's what I'm comfortable with. That's a big step for me. I wasn't always that.
That's you. You're
free.
Comfortable in your own skin. And I think when you start to now going forward, throw that dash into your name.
That's really going to make a difference, huh?
You say it again.
Jade Catta-Preta. It's still not really
I think you're on your way.
I think I am.
I think we found you.
I just want to, I want to, commercials now, you can only make 20 grand. That's the cap.
Yeah.
They cap it at 20 grand.
Everything's gone down. Acting roles, commercial roles, they scaled everything down. Actors used to, you do a Cinnabon commercial and make 80 grand for 2 days work. Now you'll make, 4 grand.
No, they cap it at 20 grand. Literally the new commercial contract. You cannot make more than 20 grand per commercial, even if the commercial makes more money.
I remember I did a commercial for Michael Bay once, the Transformer guy. I did a big Nike commercial for him. And it was like I made $100 grand off the thing for like 2 days work. And
Never.
Now
What was your first gig that you booked?
My first gig, like
any kind of like acting.
My first acting gig was when I moved to LA. I got a guest starring spot. Ellen DeGeneres had a show before the Ellen show sitcom. She had a sitcom called Ellen before she had the talk show called
Ellen. Yeah.
But before she had the Ellen sitcom, she had another sitcom that lasted about 2 years called These Friends of Mine. And I think they scrubbed it because Friends came out and it confused people. So I remember I went in for a casting call on These Friends of Mine, the Ellen sitcom. And I remember I walked in and the lady goes, "How are you, Harland?" And I go, "Not too good." And she goes, "What's wrong?" I said, "I hit a squirrel on the way over here and killed it." And she started laughing. And I just said it to mess with her, you know?
Yeah.
And so I got that role, and me and Molly Shannon from Saturday Night Live were the two little guest stars on that week's episode. And then cut to later, me and Molly Shannon did a movie together called Superstar, where I got to play her stud and made out with her and everything. And so that was my first acting gig on TV. And then the next acting audition I went, John Larroquette from Night Court had a show and a sitcom, and I went into audition for that, and the feedback was to my agents, they said, "You came in there and John looked at you and said, 'This kid doesn't want to be here. He wants his own sitcom.'" And then the next acting gig I got on TV was the star of my own sitcom.
Stop it.
I did a show called Simon. I was the star, and Jason Bateman played my brother.
Stop.
We did.
Did it not make it beyond a pilot?
No, we did a whole season.
Stop. Yeah. Can we find it?
Oh, yeah, it's out there somewhere. So
I'm looking it up.
So I came in kicking and screaming. I came in town. I was like, I'm going to rip this up, man.
Do you feel like it's just so different now? Obviously, like, I miss going to the room, like, because I would do something, a weird squirrel thing always, or be like, "Hey guys, I'm sweaty, but the character isn't. I just need you guys to, like, just a stupid thing to get them loosened up.
To make it your own.
But now, even on a tape, I'll try to be funny, and then it just feels so gross.
Just do it anyways. I go, what the F? Like, if you try and conform, like you said, it just... even if you get the gig, you go, I almost don't want it because you don't feel like it's your creative juice. You want to bring your own touch and personality to something. And if you try to just be white bread, you don't even feel good about it.
It's never gonna work.
All right, before we go, we do something with everybody. Oh, let's do it backwards.
I was gonna do a gargle, but
I remember that sound.
Why?
Oh, at the Red Roof Inn. Just before you fell asleep, you were gargling.
What's in that little bowl in your lap? Come on. What is this?
So this is a shoe.
Oh, a shoe from Holland.
This is a thing we do called Words from a Wooden Shoe, and it is from Holland. It's an authentic shoe. I wore this on the David Letterman show one night.
You did?
Yeah. And what we do, we put words in here. Mm-hmm. You pick one out and just see if it evokes a memory or a story.
I love this.
And just reach in. Don't look. And grab a random word and hold it up. And what does it say?
The word is car crash.
Ooh, car crash.
I do have it. This is a little too on the nose.
Uh-oh.
But when I first moved to LA.
You crashed a car into somebody's nose?
Yes.
Wow, that is on the nose.
Nose. I had all my stuff packed in my car to move out of my dorms because Emerson has dorms here. Yeah. And I was going to give my friend a ride to the airport 5 a.m.
Right.
And then I went to pick him up, and then a Mexican lady ran a red light and T-boned me. And my car, with all my shit in it, like dishes, everything.
Wow.
I slammed into a sign, and the sign fell in my car, and I was stuck in the car.
What'd the sign say? You're fucked?
Never again. Welcome to LA.
What'd the sign say?
Is that funny? You showed up here, you got a sitcom, and I just fucking crashed my car. I'm telling you, even God hates women.
Oh, no.
And so I'm like, I go, I'm fucked up. I'm stuck in the car.
Wait, what did the sign say, though?
It was like one of those, it was like a shopping center. So it was one of those that just had all the different signs on it.
Oh, like it had like a strip mall and it had all the Starbucks, chicken wings, nail salon.
So that thing
that fell on you?
Falls on my car. I'm trapped. The sign is like this, the airbag. I'm just stuck in the car.
With the airbag?
With the airbag.
Wow.
My friend didn't get a ride to the airport. So I'm literally thinking, oh, he's mad at me while it's happening.
Did the airbag look like a dolphin vagina?
No, just a regular what?
Okay.
Does your
But I don't know.
Because you have like a Tesla, that's what happens?
Yeah, I don't know.
Elon would do that. And when the airbag comes out, and then they took me out, whatever. I didn't break anything. It was like a miracle. I
Whoa.
bruised both my ribs.
Were your dishes broken?
Everything's broken.
Wow.
They tow my car away because it's totaled.
Yeah.
And then I go to get it like the next day to get all my stuff. Everything's been stolen.
But it was all broken anyhow.
Yeah, but not everything. Like I'm talking about clothes,
Oh, damn.
suitcases, everything got stolen from my car.
Wow.
Except one sleeve of CDs that I just threw away yesterday. I was like, I got to hold on to this.
Yeah, they're traumatic.
But yes, I wish it was a more fun story.
Well, having a strip mall sign land on you, that's
pretty
huge.
crazy.
Not
Huge.
everyone gets that. You're lucky.
Huge.
You're lucky.
And then my parents and we couldn't have dinner sitting at a table because I couldn't really sit on a table at a chair because my ribs hurt so much.
Right.
So then that year we did little Japanese style dinner. We all sat cross-legged on the floor and had dinner like that, or Christmas dinner.
Did the sign fall on the
Yeah,
table?
then the sign fell on the floor and yeah.
Wow, that's a great
Sorry, that's
story
not a
from
great-
a wooden Jew. That's a great
It's a
story.
sad one.
I love that story. Well, let's end on a positive note. Ladies and
Let's.
gentlemen, be supportive of the girls. Be supportive of Jade. Send her some beautiful, loving, uplifting comments.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get behind Jade and stop this stupid negativity. It's not easy what we do. And show some props for people who do it.
Yeah, you dolphin pussies. And you know what? I have a album coming out.
Yeah,
December 16th.
plug your social media, plug everything.
Jaded, my special, is out on YouTube. You can watch it right now at Helium Comedy Studios. And the album is coming out December 16th. So if you pre-order now, I might come out on top. Just because there's no other albums coming out. And
Yeah.
you can catch me live or anywhere at jadecattapreta.com. All my dates are on there.
All your stand-up comedy dates. You're
Yeah.
touring all over the country, right?
Yeah, I have a few dates next year, so I'm excited.
That's fantastic.
Not too many because I burnt out.
Yeah.
I really burnt out.
To do it at your own pace, and
Yeah.
you go get them, show them who's who and what's what. No more negative stuff. Go and support Jade. And social media?
Jade Catta-Preta. And
Jade what?
Jade Catta-Preta. Jade Catta-Preta.
Bingo, baby.
Do you want to end on a rap?
Oh, yeah, you like to sing.
Yeah. So do you want to give me a beatbox?
All
And
right,
I'll do
you
my little
sing to
rap.
me, but if it's not great, I'll cut it. Like I'll edit it down real bad. So it better
Okay,
be
I'm just
good.
gonna do. I just have this rap that I always do.
Okay,
so
I'll
you
do.
can
I'll
just
do the.
beatbox
What
it.
kind of beat do you want? Okay, ready?
Yeah. Ooh. Just okay. Half iced tea, ooh, half lemonade, citrus and herbs. That shit is great. I'm cool.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jade
No,
Catta-Preta.
Harland. What's your middle name? Oh, is it a secret? Eugene? Is it Eugene?
Yeah.
Is it Mitchell?
It's Eugene.
Harland Mitchell Williams, everybody. This has been Harland's Highway Podcast. See you on the flip side.
I'll see you at the Red Roof Inn, baby.
Bye.
That's it for now, everybody. Thanks for joining in today. Great time with Jade. We'll see you next time. And until then, chicken chow mein, baby. Show me some more of those texts.
Really?
Those pictures of the
You want
French
to?
the French race
The
car
Jacques
guy.
Pousset?
Yeah.
Ugh, it just opened straight to it.
Yeah, that's what she said. Oh God.
Yep.
Okay.
Well,
No,
you asked for it.
take it
so.
away.